Titles, Tables, and Charts, Oh My, an Informational Text Unit by Amanda Lukanoff from William Woods University. This unit is a nonfiction text unit that spans reading, writing, and science. I will now share with you the English Language Arts standards starting with reading. Now writing. The Missouri GLEs for science are next. To do this unit, you will need nonfiction books, iPads or computers, charts, markers, paper, and pencils, digital cameras or video cameras, internet, a projection system, the EduCreations app for iPad, the MindMapple app for iPad.
Hello, I'm a tiger. Somebody is using FaceTalker to talk for me.
The unit timeline. It will take about 10 to 15 days of reading, writing, and science, which is roughly 8 to 9 weeks. For the reading periods, 5 days will be spent exploring and learning about nonfiction text features. This will be done via videos and discussion. We will talk about diagrams, glossaries, graphs, maps, tables of contents, pictures, and titles. Then, 5 to 10 days will be spent using these text features to get information during our guided reading group. Once the kiddos have that down, you'll move on to the research phase. My research questions include: what animal did you choose? What does the animal look like? What does your animal eat? What do they use these body parts for? And where does your animal live? Are there any more interesting things about your animal that we should know? After researching, the children will pick a presentation avenue. Some of the ideas that I have come up with are EduCreations, FaceTalker, Read, Write, and Think Cubes, and videos.
Hello, I'm a tiger. Somebody is using FaceTalker to talk for me.
Students will be given a choice of which presentation avenue they would like to choose and the option to come up with some new ones and share them with me. Students will also present their presentations during science class. Then we will have class discussions about the animals after each presentation. Some ways I will assess the students is through cut and paste tests, presentation rubrics, checklists, and a science test. On the science test, the students will write about one similarity and one difference between their animal and another animal that was presented. Then they will write about why their animal would or would not make a good family pet. What instructional design model did I choose? Well, I chose the ASSURE model. The A stands for Analyze the Learners. The students will be giving a learning styles inventory early on in the year. That and the pretest will tell me what they need to know and what they already know so that I can edit the unit as need be. The first S stands for State the Standards. I listed them for you earlier in this video. I also took the teacher jargon and translated it into kid-friendly objectives. I selected the many different things for different reasons. First of all, in reading, I selected a pretest. That would give me a good basis to know what the kids knew and where we needed to go. I selected an anchor chart because once you've created one, it stays up in the room for future reference for the kids. The feature hunt was next. That was where the students would take pictures of the different non-fiction text features in the books. and display them on the smartboard for talking about the information that we find from them. Guided reading. I chose to use guided reading as a big part of this unit because during guided reading you have much smaller groups and you can really see what the kids know or don't know and reteach much quicker. Videos were another selection that I made. Videos are a great way for kids to learn about things. One of the videos I selected is actually on John Smith. It was done by, I think, a group of third grade students, and they talked about nonfiction text features, and then they did their own little presentation about things that happened in John Smith's life. For writing, I chose to have the kids do a zoo book discovery time. That way they could learn about lots of different animals and narrow it down to just one that they could do their presentation over. Research. Well, they had to do the research. That was one of the GLEs. And they had to get all the information about the animals so that they could create their project. Creating the presentation was an excellent way for the students to come up with fun ways to share their information. I selected a lot of different avenues for them to use for that as well. In science, listening to the presentations was just an amazing thing. They spent all that time creating them. Why not listen to them? I also chose the science test. Once they finished listening to all their friends' presentations, the best thing for them to do would be to use their presentation and what they learned in it to help make some decisions about their own animals.
There are many different forms of technology used in this unit. Many of them were chosen because of their ease of use and availability in the building. The cameras are very easily obtained through the library. Internet is in every classroom, and as long as it's working that day, we have no problems using it. As far as iPads and computers go, we have a computer lab that is easily signed up for as long as you look far enough in advance. We also have 5 student iPads and 1 teacher iPad this coming year. The students will have to learn how to use them earlier in the year, but they will be available every day except during map testing. The projectors are already installed in the rooms and are easily used because they're already connected to everything. The videos were found on YouTube, and it was also another way for the students to see other kids' productions. FaceTalker is just a fun app to use. As you can see, I'm even having fun with it.
Once all those things are selected, you must utilize them. Then, require the learner participation and evaluate and revise. Unfortunately, these last 3 are not very easily done while you're still planning the unit. I've done a lot of evaluation and revision so far, and I will do more as I actually teach the unit.